heard there was a new movie out. I know it's not better than mine. Blue Beetle. Sure. Where is it? Where is it? Yo, that's hard to do. Kinda stings a little bit.
Hello world, this is Hack the Gamer. And I just got back from watching Blue Beetle. And I have to say, if you're looking for a movie that's highly entertaining, heartfelt, fun, and all around does a good job with making you feel connected to the characters, then this movie's for you. It's probably one of the best DC movies in recent years. And I know it's not saying a whole lot. For me, I think Aquaman was up there, Wonder Woman's up there, Zack Snyder, Justice League cut is up there. But this is definitely a top contender for DC movies, in my opinion. Thought it was really entertaining. Starring Xolo Maridueña, the movie really takes the family aspect and runs with it. Kind of taking the nod or taking the chapter out of the book of Marvel when it comes to Miss Marvel. They do a pretty good job when it comes to the family dynamic, and that's where the movie really shines. The family dynamic and how you could really connect with the characters. They did a good job spending time on building the characters, spending time on developing and fleshing out the characters in the family. So I thought that was good. Could have been a little more action, but it surpassed my expectations. And I think DC shines when they have more of the family element in movies. Sometimes it can take away, and I'm going to talk about that here in a moment. It can take away from the main characters having too much of the family dynamic and having the family shining and co-star shine more than the actual main star of the movie, Blue Beetle. But his sister was a great co-star. She did an excellent job. The whole family did a great job. Of course, George Lopez stole the show when it came to the comedic chops. And it had some points where some of the jokes, like they kind of overdid it a little bit when it came to certain elements. And characters like grandmas, nanas, mimas, they're always great characters. We love to see those characters shine in movies because they're always funny, typically. And this one is no different. The grandma, the nana in this movie, she goes hard. And this is no spoilers. I always say that. I talk a little bit about the movie. I try not to spoil it. So this is no spoilers. But there's some good stuff in here. And they pay homage to the Blue Beetle character. And Blue Beetle's a character that I really didn't know a whole lot about. You know, I'm a comic book fan, comic book buff. I got plenty of comic books. But Blue Beetle wasn't really one that resonated with me. But looking more into it, he's a pretty cool character. And they pay homage to the character from back in the day. I think he started out in 1930s. He's an old character. And I believe at one point, the character didn't have the actual scarab alien symbiote to help him as far as when it came to the actual suit. But he had gadgets and technology and things like that. So they pay homage to that. And it was good to see. The story, it was decent. Of course, it's kind of like a superheroes, same thing. Evil corporation tries to take the armor, take over the whole world with a particular situation, whether it's armor, whether it's earth-ending weapon. They always try to find a way to use it, harness it, capitalize on it, and use it for their gain, which is typically world domination. And this movie's no different. But the movie follows Jaime, his journey, trying to figure out life, and he gets the scarab, and all the fun happens. You know, from what we've seen in the trailers. But story was pretty good. Like I said, it's just one of those typical superhero type stories. And the character, he's a character like, he reminds me of Power Rangers, Beetleborgs, and Guyver mixed in one, which is pretty cool. The armor is awesome. The scarab armor and the action, when they do have the action, is great. It's fun. It's cool to see the different constructs you can come up with, because whatever he thinks the armor can create. So it's cool to see that aspect of it. The armor is its own thing, like it's AI, you know, it talks, it's alien, so it's symbiotic. So kind of like Venom has, it speaks to him. And Sula Sarandon is a big bad in this movie, along with Carpax, which is a lieutenant, kind of one of her sidekicks, basically, her second in command, who is a problem for Blue Beetle, definitely. He's a beast. And I like this character. And when I first saw him, I thought he was Kraven. And I'm like, Kraven's Marvel, so it can't be Kraven. But there is a character named Hunter in the DC Universe. And I was like, maybe it's Hunter. But not knowing Blue Beetle lore like that, found out it was Carpax. And he has some armor that is really cool too. But yeah, man, it's a fun time at the movies. I really enjoyed like I said, the family aspect. Sometimes it kind of took away from Xolo, and we know him as, you know, a great character from Cobra Kai, and he has that star presence, so he does great in the role. He's definitely a good main character for DC. And this is one of those movies where I'm excited to see where they take it, because there's a mid-credit scene and there's a post-credit scene. Post-credit, you don't really have to stay for that one. You can if you want to, but the mid-credit is important to the story and continuing the story of Blue Beetle, and see where they're going to take it for Blue Beetle 2 whenever that happens. But DC has hope. If they can continue to make movies that has the family element, and The Flash had that too. Granted, The Flash was a box office flop, even though I enjoyed the movie after I didn't like the first 30 minutes of it. And the CGI, we all know about that. And the characters, we know about that. But the nostalgia was there for me with that movie. But with this one, the story was there. It was a better movie, in my opinion, than The Flash as far as the story element. Flash had the nostalgia element, and great to see Michael Keaton and all the different characters there with The Flash. And I like the Flashpoint Paradox story, so they did take elements of that for the movie. So I like the time travel, like to see all of that. So that was good to see. But this one, as far as terms of writing, I thought was a better situation. Even though the story could have been a little bit more developed, I still think overall the movie was a better movie than The Flash. So, but yeah, man, it was a fun time at the movies. Are you looking forward to seeing it? They said it's a quick review on the movie, no spoiler. And like I said, I thought it was a good movie. There's hope. And we know Superman is coming. Superman Legacy, which is set to release July 2025. So, but this is a good entry. If going forward, Blue Beetle is going to be a character we're going to see more of. That'll be great. But hopefully, there's hope for the DC, man. I'm a DC fan. Typically, DC does great when it comes to their animated movies. And for some reason, the live action movies suffer. Of course, the original OG Batman and the reboot were great. There's some standout movies in the DC that were great. The Batman was cool too. It's not one of my favorites though, but it seems like they fall short when it comes to live action. This is a good entry. I think that people of all ages will enjoy it. Even if you're not a fan of the Blue Beetle, you'll find some entertainment here and you'll enjoy the movie. It's a good time. There were definitely laughs, like I said, and it wasn't overly campy, but some jokes didn't land. Like, they kind of stretched them out a little bit. Okay, we did the joke. It would have been funny if you kind of did it one time and that's it, but they kind of reused a couple things in moments that you were kind of like, okay, it's not really that funny, but cool. It's cool to see. But have you seen the movie yet? Are you excited to see it? Are you going to go see it? Let me know in the comments. As always, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell if you enjoy the content. Hack the Gamer, signing off, and take it away, Jaime.
Let's party.
Yeah! Nice choice.
I just want to